Okay, everybody remember this? Remember? Remember where I put everything? So this was exposed to 500 degrees this time. 500 degrees for about 3 hours. It was 200 degrees for about 12 hours. I didn't dry it that long. I didn't dry it for 24 hours. I dried it for 12 hours at 200, and then I cranked it up to 300. It stayed there for like 6 hours because I forgot about it. And then I cranked it to 400 for about 2 hours, and then 500. Now I didn't really use the dial to do it. I used the thermometer that was in here to gauge the temperature. What it showed on the dial was 375, but on the thermometer it showed 500. This only goes to 450. So yeah, it doesn't make any sense, right? The dial is messed up. I think one time I might have overcranked the dial past 0. That's what might have messed it up, because I carry this around a lot, so I might have had like a lot of weight in there, and I was somehow bumped this against my belt buckle or something. I don't know, and then I don't know. Maybe it may have screwed up the dial. That's what I'm thinking. But it could be that it's just a defective turkey roaster, like many of them are. All right, so here we go. Do you remember what color they were too? I don't remember the colors. Was this Cortex that color? I don't know. I don't remember it being like that color, that nice, as far as orangey. All right. Am I gonna sample it? You might be saying, gotta sample it. Sample. Yeah. Let's sample it then. Where is my... I need an example I can sample. Where's the one I wrote 450 or something on it? Did I write something on one of these? Maybe not. I know I put these in the middle. All right, let's just take these out and look at them on the surface one by one, see what they look like. Just check for crazing and fire pops and pot lids. I don't see no pot lids. I don't see no. I ain't seen none. I don't see no pot lids anywhere. 500 degrees Fahrenheit, okay? Not Celsius. Fahrenheit. These are all the same. And I don't know if I showed you that I put these in, but I put these in last. I'm pretty sure. These should nap nicely. So I'm going to keep these together and put them over here. So I've heated those before. I've heated them at 350 and up to 550. Did I did say it was 500, right? Yeah, the thermometer said 500. Yeah. I don't have it written down anywhere. Do I? You might be saying there's such things as post-it notes. You could post it on there so you don't have to go, I wonder. It's true. I don't remember. I think this will go up to 550. I just don't remember. I could scratch it in the side. Scratch it. Scratch the numbers, the actual numbers, you know? Take the thermometer and take a reading and then scratch the number in the side like a smart person. I could. Yeah. Let's see. None of these have pot lids or fractures of any kind that I can see that are new. The old ones are in there, but the new ones, I don't see any new crackages. This one was in the corner. These were in the corner. Okay, these were in the corner. I'm going to test those separately. This one was in the corner. Remember, that one was in the corner. All right. This is similar stuff to this, but the Cortex is a little different as far as the coloration and the layers. See that? But the interior is very much the same. But the exterior, can't judge a rock by its cover. Yeah. You didn't know that? Now you know. Let's see. I don't see no pot lids. No. No pot lids. That's not a pot lid. Looks like one, but it's not. We're gonna have fun trying to nap this stuff. Now, remember this one? This one looks like it changed color a little bit. I see some color coming out of it. Yeah. Same with this one. Same kind of stuff. I see a little more color. We shall see when I break into it. No pot lids. Stop it. No. No breakups of any kind that I can see so far. So far, so good. Oh, I don't like this one, but I'm going to nap it anyway. All right. I got another batch that's going in there tonight. I might have it ready for the auction. Maybe not. Probably not. I got to create some bifaces. So I might be spending time doing bifaces rather than paying attention to the heat treat. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see what it looks like. The grand reveal. Is it good? I don't even know. There's a difference in color. It does nap a little bit better. It's got that waviness to it that is characteristic of easy to nap shirt. That might be easy to nap. Yeah. Could be good. Stick it in a box of other heat treat. Now I think that is a different color than before. It's more pink. It's still rough, right? You can't, there's no luster to it. It's still rough, but it naps easier. Let's put that there. I put the other ones by mistake with the 450 degrees. Yeah, I don't want to mix these up. These are all 500s. I've been known to do it. I've been known to put these with the 450s. Sometimes I got them all mixed up. 350s all the way up to 450s. I'm going to try to keep them separate for upcoming videos. It really doesn't matter too much that I keep it separate, because sometimes some of this stuff is better than other areas. Like this could all be heated to 500, but some of it naps like it's 400 and some of it naps like it's 550. Because there's a range, not only in how much you can heat it, but the consistency of the stone. Sometimes it's not so good, sometimes it is good. Like this up here feels different. This feels different than this stuff. Same temperature, heat treat. It feels a little bit different. I'm doing this one before I do that big biface because I want to get used to the material. Not because I want to keep you in suspense or because I want 80% of the viewers to leave before I tell you the good stuff. Yeah, I don't want the casual viewer to get the good information. Nope. It's already 10 minutes. Casual viewers, scoot over so everyone else can see. The serious ones can see. They hog up the front. I'm gonna wait till you guys get tired and go away. What you talking about, dude? Yeah, just being silly. Yeah, the rock is being silly too. This might happen to the big biface, which is something I'm afraid of. Is that crazing? Is that caused by a heat treat? I think maybe yes. I think it has been damaged by the heat treat because it was so thick. Could be. It's very possible that that's damaged by the heat treat. So instead of being nice and smooth when you fracture it, it turns into this stuff. Because it's too thick. It heated unevenly and caused internal stresses, which makes it not knappable. Yeah. Could be. Some people say they put these in, no problems. No problems with the big thick pieces, which I guess is correct because some of it looks broken up inside and some of it doesn't. Like this looks fine. And there was no problems. Yeah. No problems. So some of it's broken up, some of it's not. Yeah. And if you're the type of person that ignores the bad stuff and just cherry picks the good stuff, you would say, it heated with no problems. Yeah. But we know because we're testing it that you do have problems sometimes. But by testing it, we also know that you could be right. Some of this stuff might not good, even though it's really, really thick to start with. All right, let's do this. The suspense is killing me. The casual viewers are gone anyway. All right. I gotta get the other glove on because this can get dicey. We get flakes flying everywhere. I'm just knapping it like a regular stone. Not going to be too genteel. I'm going to be somewhat cautious, but not too genteel, just like any other stone. It is knapping easier, but it's not any glossier. It might be a slight sheen to it. Yeah, it might be a slight sheen. But it's not much different, if you remember. I don't know. Some areas are more sheeny than others. Yeah. What's going on? I need a big flake. Why am I taking off a lot of the the length. Preserve the length. That's the most important. Yeah, well, oh well. I want to try to get one of those. Okay, one of those flakes to see what it does. This is good down here, but I can see that it acts weird in the middle. That's probably because that didn't get the right the right exposure to heat, or the proper exposure is too thick. I think that's the problem. Or it just could be that it's easy to nap, and that material in the middle is just nasty anyway. Not just because of the heat differential between the outside and the inside. As it's heating up on the outside, the inside's a different temperature, right? So it could be that that waviness is being caused by stresses in the stone. Now, waviness, can it show up in pressure flaking too, with a bunch of waves in the pressure flakes? Does that mean they heated it and they've got this weird waviness now? I don't know, but it's a good question. I'm glad you thought of it. Not necessarily the way that the platform is being utilized, although my own personal theory is that waviness has to do a lot with the initial conditions and how you strike the platform, but it looks like it appears that waviness can also be due to uneven heating. You never know. I don't know. How can you tell the difference? How can you tell the difference for sure? Like for reals. A lot of viewers, they want exact. Why do I say it twice? Because saying it once is not good enough. Exact. You got it. No, it's got to be exact. They want to know exactly what's causing the waviness in the flake scar. What causes the waves? They want to know exactly what causes them. Not, well, maybe this, maybe that. We have no way of measuring. That's the problem. We have no way of measuring. That was not an unreasonable strike. We have some weakness in the middle. Yeah, probably caused by uneven heating. Yep. The good thing is, it is more nappable now. Hold on. I got some coffee. Okay. That dry throat, man. I talk for 30 minutes and can't stand it. You can't hold up. All right. So yeah. How many knew it was going to break? Huh? Raise your hand. Oh yes. I can still get stuff out of it. Yep. I can still get some stuff out of it because it is napping a whole lot easier. I mean, holy moly. I couldn't get that before. I'll look back on the video and see. To get that overshot before, I'm gonna have to use a sledge on it. Did I use a sledge on this, or did I use aluminum? Ooh, I just did something not good, right? I could have preserved that. I guess I took that off because I saw a crack. Why did I do that? This is good stuff in here. I don't know. Anyway, that's not good there. It may have not been good anyway. That's what I like to tell myself. There's no difference in gloss, but the difference in nappability is night and day. Yeah, it's so much easier to nap now. What good is it if it's just going to break up if it's easy to nap? Well, we learned that maybe 500 degrees is too hot, but you don't know until you try it. You might say, well, you could have guessed that 500 is just way too much for that thickness. Yeah, you should have known better. Should have known. You might say, I could have told you that. I never napped before, but I could have told you that. You never know until you try. You could save a lot of time by heating big chunks, because you don't have to spall it, and you spall it later. Now, could I have gotten better results if I had spalled it down raw? This is the results before. This is the results now. Much easier to get it thinner. So you tell me. Did I try? I don't remember the video very well, to be honest. I don't remember, because I don't try to remember all these videos. But I'm pretty sure it was hard for me to get this to spall down. And I couldn't get overshots before like this. Overshots indicate a material that's easy to flake. If overshots indicate anything, it indicates material that's easy to flake. Does it indicate skill? No. Anyone can get overshot. But it does indicate a material that is easy to flake. Because if it's not easy to flake, you're not going to get many overshots. Right? I got like 3 in a row. That's just because it's easy to flake. Yeah, it goes all the way across. Easy. That's all it indicates. Yeah. Easy peasy. My goodness, that's a lot better than I remember. Oh yes. I do remember it being a big pain. This is the one that's the most improved with heat. I remember this being really, really bad. But now I can get something out of it. I can make a point out of that. Let's do something here. Let's do this. Extremely cruddy in raw state. 500 degrees Fahrenheit. Now 500 degrees. Okay? I'm gonna nap that on video. And save this landscape nodule. Extremely cruddy, now 500 degrees. We're going to nap that on video. Oh yes, we haven't seen the last of that one. Oh gosh. Did I already nap this? Sorry, I've been up all day. I've been up since very early. So my memory is shot. Not that it's not shot usually. It is really shot. All right, see how rough and chalky looking it is? I think it looks the same with the heat. Let's just check it out. Shall we? Did I get it overshot? Did it do it? Oh, you already saw the crack. I can overshoot it, which means it's easy to flake. But there's no difference in luster. No. No difference in luster. But it's a lot easier to flake. So take note. Well, you guys that have been watching up until this point, you know that the cruddy stone can become excellent stone but look the same. So you think the beautiful points are made from the cruddy stuff. That's immediately what you're thinking. Not you guys, but the guys that are left. They think the Indians made beautiful stuff from cruddy stone because heat treating makes it look different. No, it doesn't. It doesn't make it look different. They probably made the good stuff out of this heat treated stuff. It looks exactly like the cruddy stuff. Not in all cases, but if you're smart, if you think the Indians were smart, they were smart enough to do that. Okay? I didn't save a raw piece of this. I'm gonna nap that later. Stick it over with the other one. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah. A lot, yeah. Alright. Is that it? No. This stuff. I said I was going to sample this stuff. This stuff gets glossy, right? Let's see if I'm correct. Let's see if I'm correct. Let's tiptoe with this one. Did it get glossy? It does get somewhat glossy. Let me see. I'm tiptoeing because it's a very thin flake. Yeah, that's a sheen there. There's not much of a sheen on the original surface. Let's see. Let's try to expose a bigger area without risking snapping the whole thing. If I can. There it goes. See that? It does have a glossy, waxy look to it. Yeah. Compared to the other surface. There's a slight sheen to the other surface, but it's not like that. It's not that nice. I thought I was going to get more glossy than that. But there is a difference. So yeah, the darker, you can see it better with the darker stuff. Yeah. So it survives at 500. I gotta do that. I gotta remember that. Yeah, I don't even need to put degrees Fahrenheit. I'm doing it for the video. If it's just me, I'll just put 500 on it. All right, and then check mark. Good. I'm like on this. Let's see which one broke up. Like this is bad. I would go. Oh, there's dirt there. Let's see. Right here, I would go. If I'm gonna save it, I'll probably trash it. I'd put 500 bad. If I wanted to save it, maybe I can get something out of it. But I've got so much of it that I don't need to save it. But that's what I would do if it's no good. Okay. Some of this is still good. Yeah, that's a good piece. I know this is going to be sweet. Well, relatively speaking, all this stuff started out as extremely cruddy stone. It's not going to be that sweet. Let's try this. Whoa, that one turned out beautifully. Did it? Let me see. Let me get another good flake going here. That's very glossy. Oh, that one overshot excellently. Okay, so we go 500 degrees Fahrenheit. Sweet. Yeah. Right? Beautiful. Yep. Do I have a lot of that? Do I have a lot of it? I don't know. I don't know if I have a lot of it. This was like the snap in half chert, wasn't it? Was this the snap in half chert stuff? No. Wait a minute. No, no, no. I know what this is. This is from the nodule or the big old blocky thing that these are from. These bifaces I got from the video where I tried to nap down that big old block. That's what this is. So this should heat treat nicely. I'm going to heat treat these bifaces. If they end up like that, that might be a little bit too fragile, so I might tone it down to 450 for these. Because that napped really, really well, which kind of scares me because if it's a biface like that, it'll snap in half really easy. But if it glosses up like that, it's going to be pretty. Yeah. So I got to be careful. So yeah, it's this stuff. And that's from that block. So if I had shaved off a bunch of these smaller ones, I could have made a bunch of smaller arrowheads. But I got 3 big bifaces out of it that I can heat treat. Although I'm not going to take it up to 500. There's no might. I am not. Yeah, this isn't too bad to nap in the raw state. See how it does flake, but there's no gloss to it. But the heat treat makes it nap so much easier. So I can make small, intricate notched points with it. That sort of thing. I can probably smooth out the surface of those bifaces more easily, take off the turtle backs more easily. Thinning it down really, really thin. Now that's the trick. With heat treat, thinning it down really, really thin is not a good idea. Unless it's a smaller piece like this, then it isn't as risky. All right, let's see if this responded well. Ooh, it feels like it did. Feels like it did. Ooh, yes. What am I going to do with all these pieces? I don't know, but I'm having fun putting 500 degrees Fahrenheit. Sweet. Although that's probably squeet. Get the C out of there. SCSHW. Yeah. Sweet. That's a Flintknapping term. Yeah. I like it. It goes over into the I like it basket. All right, what else was I going to do? I was going to do this one, huh? Okay. I remember this one. Yes, I do. I honestly don't know what's going to happen. I honestly don't know, although I'm seeing a little bit of a sheen. Let's see. What happened there? Oh, it did result in something happening. I hit it there, or I hit it there. I hit direct attack, hoping they would do something, and it looked like it didn't, but then that flake fell out. It just fell right on out of there. That is awesome. But is that because of the crack in there originally? I would say yes, that's a good observation. Glad you caught that. Because there was obviously a crack in there before. Was that just unreleased and now it just snapped here because it's so delicate? That's a good catch. Yeah, I'm glad you thought of it. I think you're right. You might be saying, dude, who are you talking to? Somebody tell him. Somebody tell him that's the way I joke around, okay? Alright, so there was probably an existing crack in there, and I just loosened it up. And it naps easier. You can loosen it up and pop these out of there because it is heat treated and more brittle right now. I always like looking at that. Those crystals in there. Yeah, that's cool. Can I get rid of that crystal pocket? Probably not. Unfortunately, it just goes way too deep. Look how deep that is. If I was going to make a pendant, I'd make it out of this one. Yeah, I just hang that on just find a way to hang that as a pendant and not worry about trying to nap around this one. I don't know, I could get an arrowhead out of that, but I'm not going to mess with it. Alright, so what am I going to do next? Is that it? Is that everything that could possibly be tested for awesomeness? Oh, that is good. So, that big blocky piece that I got from my friend Tom from San Angelo, this stuff naps well when heated. Are you watching, Tom? It naps well when heated. That's your stuff right here. It's beautiful. All right. I stick it over in the other pile. Stick it over there. I got, oh yeah, I forgot this. I got some of this left. It naps easier, but it's not easy. More crystal pockets. Oh yeah, so much easier to nap. The fact that it ran that ridge so easily, I hit it right here, it cracked down there, and then it followed the ridge a little bit. Yeah, instead of step fracturing in the middle somewhere. That's definitely a big difference. Now, can I make an intricately notched point out of it? Probably not, because it's got crud in it. But it can be an unnotched point easily. Oh yes. Okay, so that's a successful heat treat. I'm gonna stick that in the 450s, okay? I'm not gonna worry. All right, where did this come from? I can't remember. I think I remember now. It was one of the other big nasty landscape stones. No, I think maybe it was one of Tom's stones. Yeah, it wasn't one of the landscape stones that I had. I think this is also from Tom's batch. It heat treats excellently. Excellent. In fact, I've seen artifacts made from this stuff. Yeah, I've seen arrow points, true arrow points made of this stuff. So we're on the right track. I think they heated it for the true arrow points. I've seen Washita points made of this stuff. or something that looks exactly like this. Yeah. And I think Toya points as well. But definitely I've seen Harolds and Washita made from this kind of stuff. All right. Sweet. It does work when heated. So a lot of times you can turn your batch of 90% bad to 90% good. If you're lucky, right? It is possible. Sometimes it's merely 50% of the bad becomes 50% good. But you know, that's a good yield, right? Yeah. 50% of the bad becomes 50% good. You gain 50% more than what you would normally have. In my case, I had a lot of stuff in the past that was completely miserable raw, but beautiful when heated. Yep. When I first started learning about heat treat. Luckily, I had a bunch of stuff that was heat treatable. Luckily, because if I had a bunch of stuff that was not heat treatable when I first started to learn how to heat treat, I probably would not have delved into it any further. Yeah. But since I had such excellent results, I had a very good first impression. And I became biased. Oh yes. I became biased. I have cognitive dissonance when it comes to the heat treat. I can't accept negative comments about heat treat. Nope. I don't want to hear it. Heat treat's awesome. Goodness gracious, that heat treated well. I just took too much off of there because I was too over enthusiastic. But yeah, that heat treated extremely well. Even that thick area, right? That's thick. So I can heat treat up to about 1 inch thick with this particular stuff, which I think is Medina County. It has these bullseyes in it. Yeah. It's this stuff. This is raw, right? It's this stuff. Heat treating it makes it maybe a slight difference in color change. Yeah, slight difference. It's a little more pinkish. It's got the banding in it. See the bandings? Only a slight difference, but with a lot of difference in luster. Slight difference in color, but a lot of difference in luster. Yeah. So guess what I'm going to write on this? You'd never guess. Yeah, I did. I took a shortcut. This is the abbreviation for sweet. Mm-hmm. Yep. You didn't know that? Now you know. Let's see. I'm excited about this stuff. Look at that. Now there's some waves at the end of it. So does that mean there's stress there? Well, in this case, I can't attribute it to stress. It must be the chatter that happens when you're in contact with the platform. Or it just starts off little by little and then it becomes very wavy toward the end just because. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know what causes the waves. I just speculate. You guys are smarter than I am. What is it causing it? There's a stiff ridge there, so it's not bending. Right? It's not the flexibility of the flake. There's a very stiff ridge opposite the waviness. So what is it? I don't know. It's the oyster. It's the oyster phenomenon. I don't know. All I know is that it becomes very sweet to nap. That's all I know. Okay. That could be a good thumbnail. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut the video short. I'm going to make this the thumbnail. Just to mess with people, I suppose. Yeah. Yeah. Might as well. Let's see. How do I get a good shot? All right.